Doctor reveals 4 key body areas you must care for to live longer and healthier. At the age of 91, Dr. Ethan Lee is not your typical retiree. A renowned geriatric specialist based in New York, he's still very much active, running his own clinic and mentoring a new generation of doctors. His reputation isn't just built on decades of medical expertise. It's the result of a lifetime of studying and understanding the complexities of aging. Despite his illustrious career, when asked about his secret to living a long, healthy, and sharp life, Dr. Lee often chuckles. People are always looking for complex answers or the latest medical technology, but in truth, it's the simple, everyday habits that make all the difference. And he's right. Dr. Lee's journey into aging and health started more than 6 decades ago. In his early years as a doctor, he noticed something remarkable. As his patients grew older, they often focused on the wrong things: new drugs, advanced treatments, and the latest surgical procedures. Yet, time and again, he saw that the people who lived the longest and remained the sharpest didn't rely on cutting-edge technologies or medical marvels. Instead, they stuck to some very basic, yet incredibly powerful habits. Over the years, Dr. Lee discovered something profound. There are 4 areas of the body that people often neglect, but they have an outsized impact on health and longevity. These areas, he believes, are the key to staying healthy as we age. What's even more interesting is that these areas are often overlooked by both patients and doctors alike. But it's not just theory. The proof is in the patients he's worked with. Take someone like David, a 73-year-old man who came to Dr. Lee after years of suffering from chronic foot pain and sleepless nights. For years, David had been told to just take it easy and use medication for the pain. But it wasn't until Dr. Lee guided him through a simple regimen of foot care that David began to notice real improvements. His pain decreased, his sleep improved, and his energy level soared. What started as a simple act of focusing on an often overlooked part of his body, his feet, changed his entire life. The truth is, health isn't about complex regimens or expensive treatments. It's about taking care of the body in small, consistent ways every single day. And this is precisely what Dr. Lee will show you: how to take care of those areas that we often forget. Whether it's your feet, your lymphatic system, your circulation, or your spine, these areas hold the key to how well you'll age, and they are simple to maintain if you know how. So, if you're ready to learn how to take simple steps toward living a longer, healthier, and sharper life, it's time to listen to what Dr. Lee has to say. And let's be honest, if someone like Dr. Lee, who has spent his life studying aging, can still run a clinic at 91, wouldn't you want to know what he's doing right? If you're curious, if you want to feel better, look better, and live better, then stick around. It's time to discover the power of those small, but incredibly impactful habits that can transform your life. So hit that follow button, drop a comment with the city you're living in, and let's start this journey together. Because the secrets to living a long, vibrant life might be simpler than you think. Stay with us, and let's dive into the first of Dr. Lee's 4 areas you need to take care of, habits that could change everything about how you age. When we think about health, most of us immediately focus on our diet, exercise routines, or perhaps the latest supplements on the market. But there's one area of the body that often gets overlooked: the feet. It's strange, isn't it? We walk on them every day, they carry the weight of our entire body, and yet we often forget to take proper care of them. The truth is, our feet are the foundation of our health. They are much more than just a means of getting us from point A to point B. They are deeply connected to the way our body functions, and neglecting them can lead to serious health consequences. Dr. Ethan Lee, at 91, has treated countless patients throughout his decades-long career. But one thing he has seen time and time again is the immense importance of foot care, especially as we age. Our feet, like the roots of a tree, are the base from which everything else grows. They play a crucial role in our balance, circulation, and even our immune system. In fact, research from Harvard Medical School shows that taking care of your feet can reduce the risk of cardiovascular disease by up to 35%. That's not a small number. It's a powerful reminder that the way we treat our feet can directly impact our overall health. Let me tell you a story about one of Dr. Lee's patients, a 73-year-old man named David. David had been struggling with constant foot pain for years. He had trouble sleeping, feeling fatigued throughout the day, and even walking felt like a chore. His feet were cold, his circulation was poor, and his energy levels were consistently low. It wasn't just his feet that were causing problems. Everything was out of sync. When David came to Dr. Lee, he felt like he had tried everything: medications, physical therapy, and even changes to his diet, but nothing seemed to work. That's when Dr. Lee asked him to start focusing on something that most people overlook: the care of his feet. David followed Dr. Lee's advice, and within just 3 months, the results were undeniable. His sleep improved dramatically, his energy levels surged, and the pain in his feet was greatly reduced. David had made a simple yet profound change. He had started giving his feet the attention they deserved. It's incredible how something as basic as proper foot care can shift everything in the body, and David's transformation was proof of that. So what exactly did Dr. Lee advise? Well, it wasn't anything overly complicated, but it made all the difference. First, he taught David how to wash his feet correctly, using warm, but not hot, water to soften the skin. It's a simple act, but it helps keep the skin hydrated and prevents issues like calluses or cracks, which can cause discomfort and even infection. Next, Dr. Lee showed David how to massage his feet, something so simple yet incredibly effective. By using the thumb to press from the arch of the foot to the heel, David was able to stimulate circulation, encouraging blood flow and promoting relaxation. Moisturizing the feet after washing was another key step. Dr. Lee recommended using a high-quality, specialized foot cream. This helps keep the skin soft and prevents dryness, which can lead to painful conditions like cracked heels or fungal infections. Lastly, the importance of wearing the right shoes cannot be overstated. Dr. Lee advised David to avoid stiff shoes with little support and opt for ones that offered cushioning and a comfortable fit. Poor footwear can be one of the leading causes of foot pain, especially in older adults. What's the takeaway here? The simple, healthy feet are the foundation for a healthy body. Without proper care, even the most well-meaning health routines will be undermined. As Dr. Lee often says, strong, steady steps are the cornerstone of a healthy life. Never neglect your feet. This principle holds true for everyone, but especially as we age. The feet are often the first part of our body to show signs of wear and tear, and yet, they are often the most ignored. Taking care of them isn't just about comfort, it's about ensuring that the rest of your body can function properly. A small change in how you treat your feet can have a profound effect on your overall health and well-being. Think of it like this: just as a well-maintained foundation is essential for a sturdy house, taking care of your feet is essential for a strong, healthy body. Without this foundation, everything else is at risk. So the next time you think about health, don't forget to give a little extra attention to the part of your body that carries you through life, your feet. Because as Dr. Lee knows all too well, sometimes the simplest habits are the ones that make the biggest difference in living a long, healthy, and fulfilling life. When we talk about the body's detoxification system, most people immediately think of the liver, kidneys, or even the lungs. But one area that's often overlooked, yet plays a crucial role in how the body eliminates toxins and fights off illness, is the underarm. Yes, you heard that right, your armpits are much more than just a place to apply deodorant. In fact, they're a central hub for lymphatic health, which is key to your body's immune function. Dr. Ethan Lee, a seasoned expert in geriatrics, has spent decades working with patients of all ages. Over the years, one of the most striking discoveries he's made is the significance of taking care of the underarm area, especially as we age. The underarms are home to a dense concentration of lymph nodes, which are critical in filtering toxins and maintaining immune health. These small glands play a key role in protecting us from infections, fighting off bacteria, and ensuring our lymphatic system runs smoothly. But what many don't realize is that if the underarm area isn't properly cared for, it can have a direct impact on your overall health. There's scientific research to back this up too. For example, a study from Stanford Medical Center found that proper underarm care can increase lymphatic circulation by up to 40%. That's significant. Proper care in this area can help reduce inflammation, improve immune function, and lower the risk of infections. So, when you think about it, the underarm is really a small, often ignored powerhouse that, if maintained properly, can help your body function at its best. Take Susan, a 69-year-old woman who came to Dr. Lee after experiencing persistent fatigue and chronic neck and shoulder pain. Despite being generally healthy, she felt run down and couldn't shake off the discomfort. Her doctors couldn't pinpoint a specific cause, so Dr. Lee began looking at the less obvious aspects of her health. After a thorough evaluation, he asked her to pay attention to something she'd never considered: her underarms. Initially, Susan was skeptical. After all, she had always associated the underarm area with hygiene, deodorants, and preventing body odor, not with detoxification or immune function. But as Dr. Lee explained, taking care of the underarm region could be a game changer. And he was right. In just 2 months of following his advice, Susan noticed a significant improvement. The fatigue she had struggled with for months began to lift, her neck and shoulder pain diminished, and she felt more energized overall. What had changed? She started caring for her underarms in a way she never had before. So what did Dr. Lee recommend? The process is simple but incredibly effective. First, he advised Susan to wash her underarms using a gentle soap, one without harsh chemicals. The trick here is to wash in a circular motion, from the outside in, which helps stimulate lymphatic flow. This simple action can support detoxification, as the lymphatic system relies on movement to clear toxins from the body. Next, Dr. Lee emphasized the importance of thoroughly drying the area after washing. Leaving the underarms damp can create the perfect environment for bacteria and yeast to thrive, leading to infections or irritation. Drying properly helps keep the skin healthy and avoids the kind of inflammation that can disrupt lymphatic function. Another key point Dr. Lee made was about deodorants. He advised Susan to ditch products containing aluminum or other harmful chemicals that can actually block lymphatic drainage. Many commercial deodorants contain ingredients that can clog the pores and disrupt the body's natural detox process. Instead, Dr. Lee suggested using natural deodorants, free of synthetic chemicals and fragrances, which allow the lymph nodes in the underarm to function without interference. Lastly, he recommended a gentle massage technique. Massaging the underarm area from the armpit toward the collarbone helps to stimulate the lymph nodes and enhance circulation. This not only promotes better lymphatic flow but also reduces inflammation, making the body more efficient at clearing out waste. It's a simple practice, but one that can have profound effects on overall health. The lesson here is simple but powerful. The underarm is far more than a place to apply deodorant. It's a vital part of the body's detoxification system, and taking care of it can improve immune function, reduce inflammation, and increase overall energy. As Dr. Lee often says, don't just think of your armpits as places to prevent odor. Think of them as essential components of your body's detox system. In fact, this principle goes beyond just the underarm. The lymphatic system as a whole is critical for your body's health, yet most people don't pay attention to it. The good news is that by incorporating simple habits like proper hygiene, natural deodorants, and gentle massages into your daily routine, you can support this important system and feel better than ever. So, the next time you're going through your daily routine, think about your underarms not just as a place to freshen up, but as a center for your body's natural detox processes. By giving this area the attention it deserves, you're helping your body do its job more effectively, which, in turn, helps you feel healthier and more vibrant. It's the small things like this simple practice that can make the biggest difference in how you age and how you feel day to day. As with anything in life, maintaining balance and caring for the body's hidden gems, like the underarms, can lead to lasting health and vitality. So, next time you think about health and wellness, remember that the smallest actions can sometimes lead to the greatest rewards. Take care of your lymphatic system, and your whole body will thank you. When we think about circulation and blood flow in the body, we often picture the heart, arteries, or veins. But there's one area that plays a silent yet critical role in keeping your blood flowing properly: the inner thighs. It's easy to overlook this part of our body, but in reality, the inner thigh is home to some of the most important blood vessels in the body. The femoral artery, for example, runs through this area, supplying around 20% of the blood that circulates through your entire body. That's a huge responsibility for such a small area, and it's crucial that we take care of it. Dr. Ethan Lee, a renowned geriatric specialist with over 60 years of experience, has seen firsthand how the health of the inner thigh can impact the overall function of the body, especially as we age. While many of us focus on the obvious areas, heart health, bone density, or muscle strength, Dr. Lee emphasizes that neglecting the inner thighs can lead to issues with circulation, inflammation, and even organ function. Take Michael, for example. He's 72 years old and had been struggling with swollen legs and nighttime cramps for months. He was frustrated and didn't understand why his legs were constantly sore and tired, despite his attempts to stay active and eat well. He had tried everything: compression socks, painkillers, and elevating his legs, but nothing seemed to make a lasting difference. That's when Dr. Lee took a closer look at Michael's circulation and noticed that the blood flow to his lower body was less than ideal. Dr. Lee explained that poor circulation in the legs, especially in the inner thigh area, can cause a cascade of problems. When blood flow slows down in this region, it can lead to swelling, cramping, and even fatigue. But the good news is that the situation can often be improved with some simple exercises and lifestyle changes. In Michael's case, after just 6 weeks of focusing on the health of his inner thighs, he saw a remarkable improvement. His swelling decreased, his cramps became less frequent, and he felt more energetic throughout the day. What had changed? He had started giving more attention to this vital area, and the results spoke for themselves. So, what exactly did Dr. Lee recommend to improve circulation in the inner thighs? It was surprisingly simple. First, he advised Michael to clean the area gently with unscented soap and to ensure that it was completely dry afterward. Keeping the skin clean and dry helps prevent infections and irritations that can disrupt circulation. Next, Dr. Lee introduced some specific exercises designed to improve blood flow to the inner thighs. One of the easiest and most effective exercises was the seated leg raise. Michael was instructed to sit in a chair, keeping his back straight, and raise one leg at a time, holding it in the air for 10 seconds before slowly lowering it. This helps engage the muscles around the femoral artery, promoting better circulation. Another exercise Dr. Lee recommended was the butterfly stretch, a classic move that targets the inner thigh muscles. By sitting with your feet together and gently pressing your knees toward the floor, you help stretch and strengthen the muscles around the femoral artery. This not only helps with blood flow but also improves flexibility, which is essential for overall mobility as we age. Lastly, Dr. Lee emphasized the importance of wearing breathable clothing. Tight, non-breathable fabrics can restrict blood flow, especially in areas like the inner thighs. Michael was encouraged to switch to cotton or other lightweight, breathable materials that would allow his skin to breathe and avoid any unnecessary friction. These small adjustments, combined with Dr. Lee's advice, helped Michael see dramatic results in a short amount of time. His swelling reduced, his nighttime cramps became much less frequent, and he began to feel more energetic overall. Most importantly, he felt that his body was working with him, not against him. By focusing on the inner thighs, he had improved his circulation and was able to maintain better overall health. The key takeaway here is simple. Taking care of the inner thighs is a critical step in maintaining healthy circulation and overall body function. As Dr. Lee always says, the body's circulation is like the fuel in a car. If it's not flowing properly, everything else suffers. By paying attention to this often neglected area, we can improve blood flow, reduce inflammation, and even support liver function, which is essential for detoxifying the body. So, whether you're in your 50s, 60s, or 70s, don't ignore the importance of the inner thighs. They may seem like a small part of your body, but they play a massive role in how well your circulatory system functions. Just like any part of the body, with the right care and attention, they can help keep you feeling strong, energized, and mobile as you age. Take the time to care for your inner thighs, and you'll be amazed at the difference it can make for your health and well-being. When we think about aging, we often focus on the obvious signs: gray hair, wrinkles, maybe some aches and pains. But there's a deeper, more subtle reality to aging that's easy to overlook. The intricate web of energy, circulation, and nerve function that keeps us alive and functioning. Two areas of our body in particular hold immense power over this: the back and the scalp. While they may seem like mundane areas, they are essential for our vitality and mental clarity as we grow older. The back, particularly the spine, is often referred to as the backbone of the body, and for good reason. It houses the central nervous system, the control center for everything from movement to memory. As we age, we tend to lose some of the flexibility and alignment in our spines, which can lead to discomfort, stiffness, and even cognitive decline. The spine doesn't just support our body physically, it supports our brain too. A misaligned or stiff back can interfere with the flow of energy to the brain, causing memory problems, fatigue, and a general sense of mental fog. On the other hand, the scalp, though we rarely think about it beyond shampooing, is packed with blood vessels that nourish the brain. When we massage our scalp, we increase blood circulation, allowing more oxygen and nutrients to reach our brain. It's one of those simple, yet powerful ways to keep our mind sharp and our body energized. Take Barbara, for example. At 76 years old, Barbara had been dealing with nagging back pain for years. It wasn't the kind of pain that kept her bedridden, but it was enough to make her feel stiff, tired, and, over time, disconnected from her own body. Alongside the back pain, Barbara began to notice something else creeping in: mild memory loss. Little things would slip her mind, like the name of a friend she hadn't seen in a while or where she left her glasses. It was frustrating and, frankly, a little scary. She knew these were signs of aging, but she wasn't ready to accept it just yet. When Barbara visited Dr. Ethan Lee, he immediately pointed to her back and scalp as the primary areas to focus on. "Your spine is like the electrical system of your body," he told her. "If it's out of alignment, it disrupts everything. Your physical health, your mental clarity, your overall energy." And he was right. After a thorough examination, Dr. Lee found that Barbara's posture was slightly off, which was putting undue pressure on her spine and affecting the nerves that connect to her brain. He also noticed that Barbara's scalp was tense, which was contributing to a lack of circulation to the brain. Dr. Lee's prescription wasn't complex, but it was profound. Take care of your back and scalp, and the rest will follow. Over the course of the next 2 months, Barbara followed Dr. Lee's instructions with a commitment that she had never shown before. Every night before bed, she would spend 15 minutes massaging her scalp, starting from her forehead and working her way down to the back of her neck. She used gentle, circular motions, pressing lightly but firmly, allowing the blood to flow freely through her scalp and into her brain. But the scalp massage wasn't the only change. Dr. Lee encouraged Barbara to begin doing simple back exercises, gentle twists, shoulder rolls, and stretches designed to keep her spine flexible and aligned. The goal was to reduce the tension in her back, improve her posture, and ultimately enhance the flow of energy and blood to her brain. Barbara took these exercises seriously, dedicating a few minutes each morning to loosen up her spine before she started her day. The results were nothing short of transformative. After just a couple of weeks, Barbara noticed that her back pain had significantly decreased. She was sleeping better at night, no longer waking up stiff or with that nagging ache in her lower back. But the most surprising change came a little later. Her memory started to improve. The fog that had clouded her mind began to lift. She was able to recall details more easily, and the small things that used to slip through the cracks were no longer forgotten. Barbara felt more present, more in tune with her body, and more mentally sharp than she had in years. This is the power of attention to the spine and scalp. They are not just physical structures. They are energy centers that keep us connected to our vitality, our memory, and our clarity. Barbara's story serves as a reminder that, as we age, taking care of these areas can make all the difference. It's not about just fixing one problem, it's about enhancing the whole system, supporting the flow of energy and nourishment to the brain, and maintaining flexibility in both body and mind. Dr. Lee's advice is simple, yet profoundly effective. Your body is an intricate system, like a finely tuned machine. When one part falters, everything else suffers. But when you take care of the foundations, your spine and scalp, you create a ripple effect of health, vitality, and mental clarity. And I couldn't agree more. As we age, we need to remember that taking care of our bodies doesn't have to be complicated. Sometimes, the most powerful solutions lie in the simplest actions: massaging your scalp, stretching your back, and nourishing your body with the care it deserves. So, remember, your spine and scalp are more than just body parts. They're the center of your energy, the lifeline to your mental sharpness, and the foundation for a healthy, fulfilling life. Don't neglect them. They're your connection to your best self at every age. After hearing all the powerful, simple yet transformative tips for maintaining health as we age, I can't help but feel that now is the time for action. You've learned about the significance of caring for your feet, your underarms, your thighs, your back, and your scalp. Each of these areas is like an untapped reservoir of energy, health, and vitality waiting for you to unlock it. But the real question is, what will you do with this knowledge? Will you wait for tomorrow to start taking care of yourself? Or will you take that first step today? The truth is, the sooner you start incorporating these practices into your daily life, the sooner you'll begin to feel the benefits. And I'm not talking about weeks or months from now. These changes, these simple yet impactful steps, can begin showing their positive effects almost immediately. You can feel more energized, sharper, more balanced, and yes, even more youthful starting today. So, let's ask ourselves, where will you begin? Maybe your feet are the first thing you'll pay attention to. After all, they support you in every step you take. Perhaps you're ready to start focusing on your posture and spinal health, or maybe you'll prioritize that daily scalp massage that can change your mental clarity. Each step is a commitment to yourself, a declaration that you won't let age define your vitality. I know that the idea of adding new habits into your life can sometimes feel overwhelming, but consider this. If icons like Tom Brady, who at 47 is still performing at an elite level, can transform his lifestyle to maintain his health, why can't we? The secret isn't in complex regimens or extreme measures. It's in the small, consistent things that we can do every day to take care of ourselves. Brady doesn't just rely on his talent. He focuses on every little detail, every routine, from his diet to his stretching exercises, to maintain his energy and performance. And that's the approach we should take when it comes to our health as we age. There's something deeply empowering about taking action, about deciding that you're going to change the course of your health today, not tomorrow, not next week. Start small if you need to. No need to overhaul your entire routine overnight. Could be as simple as beginning with a daily foot massage or a few minutes of stretching before you go to bed. The important thing is that you begin. That's where the real change starts. And I want to hear from you. What area of your health are you going to start with? Maybe you've been struggling with memory loss and you're ready to try Dr. Lee's simple back and scalp tips. Or perhaps you've noticed discomfort in your feet or legs and you're ready to bring more circulation and care to those areas. Whatever it is, share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's start a conversation. Let's make this a community where we hold each other accountable and encourage each other to take those first steps toward a healthier, more vibrant future. If you're ready to take action today, then hit that follow button so you don't miss out on more simple yet powerful health strategies. These insights can change the way you approach aging, bringing more health, vitality, and joy into your life. And trust me, it doesn't take a monumental effort to start. Just a few small shifts can make all the difference. You're in control of your health, and with every step you take, you are investing in a longer, more fulfilling life. So what are you waiting for? Begin now. You deserve to live a life that's not only long but also full of energy and clarity. Every day is a chance to be a little bit better, a little bit stronger, and a little bit more connected to your body. Let today be the day you commit to your health in a new and powerful way. Take the first step and don't look back. It's your time to shine.